Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 59. Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 59.
it's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
From the 50, here's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, who's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Fields on 1st down. Rolling to his right. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, nice move. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Fields. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2nd and 4. On second down, a run with Hall. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Hall. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, it's Fields. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Out of the gun. They run it with Hall. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, right back to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Nick Bonito able to drop him for a loss of a couple. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Broncos. Jamison Williams, 77 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll give to Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The chains now, 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught by Williams for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll drop to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 34. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He'll buy some time right. Right side to Williams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Henry, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Patterson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here's a give to Hall. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. He finds his man complete. That's Franklin. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Give to Hall running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields now to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And He's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ramondre Stevenson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jamison Williams with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 54 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Hall again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Fields flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second and 10, Fields flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. Play action. It's Fields. Rolling to his right. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To the air again, Fields. And he's got his big tight end here. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. There'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step. There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling. And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, Henry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They keep it with Henry on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.